If you're thinking about buying a home in Kelowna in 2026, I'm going to tell you something most realtors won't. For some of you, you absolutely should not buy this year. And not because the sky is falling or because Kelowna is collapsing, but because if you get this wrong in this market, it could set you back years financially. Sure, prices are down from 2022 when we saw the peak, inventory's elevated, especially in condos, and interest rates are about as low as they're likely going to get, and they're cheaper than they were 2 or 3 years ago. But if the timing isn't right for you or your finances aren't solid, buying a home can go sideways fast. So before you call your lender, book showings, or convince yourself that this is finally your year, let's walk through 5 reasons why you should not buy a home in Kelowna this year. And number 5 is the one that quietly ruins people, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video for that one. And just so we're clear, I'm not here to push you into a sale or not. I'm just here to make sure that when you do buy, you do it from a position of strength. So let's get into it. Reason number 1 you shouldn't buy this year: you're not planning to stay 3 to 5 years or more. Kelowna is not a short term flip market right now. Yes, long term, the city has strong fundamentals like migration, the lifestyle, limited land between the lake and the mountains, meaning we can only build so much and have limited land to build on. But short term, the volatility is real. Prices are down from the peak, especially in condos, and sales activity has been inconsistent, and the market can feel unpredictable from one month to the next. If you buy and need to sell within 2 years because of a job change, relationship shift, or relocation, here's what happens. When you buy, you immediately pay things like legal fees, inspection costs, property transfer tax, and moving expenses. That can easily be $15,000 to $20,000 right up front. If you have to sell short term, the likelihood of fully recovering those costs is not good. Then, when you sell, you pay commissions, legal again, possible staging, and even more moving costs. That can be another $30,000 to $50,000 depending on your price point. And in BC, if you sell within 2 years, the anti flipping tax can take a serious bite out of any profit you make. So if you buy, say, at 700,000 and sell at 720,000 2 years later, you didn't really make $20,000. You likely lost money. Kelowna rewards patience, but it does not reward impatience. If your life isn't stable for at least the next 3 to 5 years, renting may actually be the smarter move for you. Reason number 2 you shouldn't buy this year is if you currently have a financial advantage by renting. This one surprises people, but I talk to renters in Kelowna who are paying, say, $1,800 to $2,200 a month in rent. And they'll say to me, my mortgage would only be $2,700. That's not much more than I'm already paying. But your mortgage might be $2,700, but that's not your total housing cost. You still have things like property taxes, insurance, utilities, maintenance, and if it's a condo, you'll have strata fees too. Suddenly that $2,700 is closer to $3,500 or sometimes more. And if you're in a situation where you're paying lower rent and you're saving $1,000 a month because that rent is manageable, that's $12,000 a year. If you stay disciplined for 18 months, that's almost $20,000 added to your down payment fund. In Kelowna, that can change everything. It can mean that you're avoiding mortgage insurance because you're putting down more than the minimum down payment, or qualify for more comfortably, and it means a lower monthly mortgage payment with more breathing room. So if renting is giving you leverage right now, don't rush to give that up. Buying from strength is always better than buying from pressure. Reason number 3 you shouldn't buy this year is if you value flexibility more than building equity. Kelowna attracts entrepreneurs, remote workers, digital nomads, people building businesses, and people who are mid career transition. If that's you, flexibility might matter more right now than locking in a property. Renting can be strategic. You don't have to worry about a surprise furnace replacement in January, or you're not going to get hit with a special strata levy to repair something, and you don't have to think about replacing a roof. You can travel, you could pivot careers, or you can take a job in another city without having to sell your home first. Equity is powerful, but so is having options. If freedom matters more to you right now, that's clarity, and it doesn't mean that you should buy a property. Reason number four you shouldn't buy this year is you're still waiting for a massive crash. If you're waiting for Kelowna prices to drop 30 or 40% more, I understand what you're thinking. Prices are down from the peak in every segment of the market, but Kelowna isn't just some random market. People do move here for the lifestyle, for the lake, for the mountains, and for the slower pace compared to, say, Vancouver or Toronto. There's only so much land to build on between the water, like Okanagan Lake, and the hills and the mountains here. That doesn't mean that prices can't soften because they have already. But a full scale collapse would require something bigger happening economically, nationally, or in the world. And if prices drop 10% but interest rates rise, your buying power might not actually improve, it might get worse. Or if prices stay flat for the next 3 years, are you comfortable waiting that long before you get in and build equity? Waiting is fine, but waiting without a plan is where people get stuck and they never end up actually buying. Reason number five you shouldn't buy this year is that it would make you house poor, and nobody wants that. If buying right now would wipe out your savings and leave you stretched thin every single month, you're building stress, not wealth. And owning in Kelowna isn't just the mortgage, or anywhere for that matter. It's property taxes, insurance, and maintenance that doesn't wait until you can afford to do it. So before you buy, you should have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, minimum. Plus, your income should be stable and your debt should be manageable. Your monthly payments on your mortgage should feel comfortable, not that you can barely survive them. And waiting for the right time to be financially sound is not weakness, it's discipline. And discipline is actually what builds long term wealth. It's okay to wait until the timing feels right for you. Just make sure that you're waiting strategically. So, those are the 5 reasons you shouldn't buy a home in Kelowna this year. Now, here's the flip side. If none of these 5 reasons apply to you and you're financially stable, planning to stay long term, and the numbers work comfortably, 2026 could actually be a strong buying window for you in Kelowna. Inventory is still elevated across the market, especially in the condo segment. And that higher inventory level means that buyers have more choice than they've had in years, and with more choice comes real opportunities. There's negotiating room in areas that were impossible in 2021 and 2022. So, the best time to buy is when your life and your finances are aligned, because real estate at the end of the day is personal. If you're unsure which side you fall on, reach out to me and we can walk through your numbers and your timeline and figure out what's best for you and your situation. Or you can let me know down in the comments what's holding you back from buying in Kelowna right now. And if you found this helpful, like this video and subscribe. I break down the Kelowna market every single month so you can make decisions that make sense for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.